1977, the worst winter in a century struck the United States.
You're gonna have the fuller version of 20 minutes long, I think. Yeah, 20 minutes. And I think on YouTube it's also 20 minutes. Yeah, 24, 21. I think it's this one too. Oh yeah, this guy.
There is little doubt that someday the ice will return.
There's little doubt that someday the ice. There's little doubt that some days the ice. Someday, whatever. Yeah, he's that guy that brought this documentary. He went about and talked to a lot of so-called experts on the situations that know all these things. And yeah, I'm gonna leave this link in the description box. I'm gonna leave the one here also, and then going back to over here. 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And what are devices? His plans. A plan, method, or trick with a particular aim. So what is this guy saying again? What's this guy saying again? What's this fucking monkey saying again?
No, climate scientists in the 1970s did not think the Earth was cooling and we were headed for another ice age.
You see, there's a fact check guy over here. Escaping the rabbit hole. Flim flam. Okay. Now that that's out the way, not out the way, but now that I brought it back to here. Sorry. Flim flam meaning a confidence trick. A confidence trick.
Confidence.
The feeling or belief that one can have faith in or rely on someone or something. And in this case, rely on his words. And he's very confident in it. Swindle someone with a confident trick. What is swindle? Use deceptive or, to deprive someone of money or possessions, or in this case, basically fraudulent, and he's just scamming you, man. And you can see all the signs in the background. That's one. That's two. Where's the one? Is that a fact? There's three. Let me see. Predictable, and irrational. Yeah, 4. Here, mind reader. Like a mind reader, they're programming you how to think, just like how they are programming the kids how to think in the future. Then they're going to use them against you like they're little weapons. Look at and they got the females against you too, because they set them up to have rulership over you. Where is it? Here. Yeah. And then you have, let me see, self-illusion. That's another one. I remember there was another one. Wait, where did I see it again? Okay, cool. Leave it. Probably was not here then. Conspiracies declassified. Shit, I remember I saw one. Maybe it was not on this page. Sorry then. Is that a fact? Super sense. Okay, cool. Okay. Escaping the rabbit hole and flim flam. So what is the meaning of the rabbit hole? Rabbit hole meaning used to refer to a bizarre, confusing, or nonsensical situation or environment, typically one from which it is difficult to extricate oneself. Something that transports someone into a wonderful or troublingly surreal state. What is he trying to do? He's trying to swindle you. He's trying to trick you and keep you in that fucked up matrix that he created with his little butt pirate buddies over there at the the ones that can see in the dark. the so-called ones, because so it says here, they have one important habit that sets them apart from other avian predators. Most of them hunt at night, and that means they need to be really good at seeing in the dark. Owls' enormous eyes help them take in enough light to see even after the sun sets. So the world is full of darkness, but these illuminated ones, they can see in that darkness that they created, so it's not dark for them. That's why they have these little stupid symbols in the background to make the other people know. That's why when you scroll down here, I see the book Flim Flam on your bookshelf. Good book. I own a copy too. So let me see. Oh, this one knows. These are all misinformation agents. This is plausible deniability. Listen what I'm going to read. The coming Ice Age stories were consistently backed up with real-world observations and objective data that showed a massive cooling trend. The data that they gave you, fool. So the issue isn't just about what climatologists were predicting, but also about what their measurements were showing. Basically, climate alarmists fucking joke, you know. This whole word is bullshit, man. Climate, it's just funny. Anyway, that's what a snake-tongued devil does, man. It's irritating when you know that they're lying to you, man. You want to do something. Somebody needs to do something about them. You know, somebody needs to take care of them. Right. Like to rely upon data for the last 40 years to, yeah, it is 40 years to show a warming trend. Actually, it was a cooling, you dummy. But if you look at the last 100 years, the trend disappeared. You mean the last 40 years, sucker? He don't even know what the hell he's saying to. Anyway, sure. And my grandma is Miss Universe. Right. So this is a disinformation agent because what they're doing is that this is plausible deniability. On this, you are 100% correct. Right. Well done as usual. So to limit families in 2000. We took it serious and only had two children. Yeah, you gullible idiot. Right, but anyway, this comment section is full of just idiots. Yes, we were told about the Ice Age. Ha ha ha! I lived it. Let me see. Anyway, this is what you call plausible deniability. It's this. Now it says here. Plausible deniability is the ability of people, typically senior officials in a formal or informal chain of command, to deny knowledge of or responsibility for actions committed by or on behalf of members of their organizational hierarchy. Plausible deniability. For example, plausible deniability, what examples? Refers to the denial of blame in formal or informal chains of command. Senior people may give indirect or vague orders. For example, Henry II. Who will rid me of this turbulent priest? Or even less direct. Someone should do something about that. Yeah, man. Somebody should do something about these Edomites. You know? Shit. The global warming and the global colding, whatever it is, some Edomites are at the forefront of it. Somebody needs to do something about these Edomites. The intent message is understood. You motherfucking right. you better recognize. Yeah, just look at his face, man. She a liar, man. But anyway, it's just irritating. But these devils can see in the dark, because they created that darkness, you know? Just look at him. He's trying to be like Jim Carrey, but he can't. He just look evil.
No climate science.
And then he just animated with the body, and it's just funny, man. Just looking at them, it's just, man, wow, fucked up, man.
No climate scientists in the 1970s did not think the Earth was cooling and we were headed for another ice age.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there. So going on now, it says here, 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Don't be ignorant of his. Don't be unknowing of his devices. Lack of wisdom. No, sorry. The lack of wisdom is the thing that destroyed us. I'm looking for the scripture in my head. I can't quote it exactly. But yeah, so right. One of the reasons, like I said, I was looking in the background because I saw it in the comment board first and foremost, and then I looked. I was like, yeah, right. But yeah, you do need to check their stuff because yeah, we know about that. We should know. Right, rabbit. Okay, cool. So now going to the Balenciaga thing. They had the porn thing of the children and stuff like that. So we would like to address the controversy surrounding our recent ad campaigns. We strongly condemn, child abuse. It was never, see, it was snake tongue again. It was never our intent to include it in all our narrative. You didn't want to get caught. The two separate ad campaigns in question reflect a series of grievous errors that you made on purpose, which Balenciaga take responsibility. Who else must take responsibility? Who? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? Who else must take responsibility? You see, that's where you have Esau again, lying his face off. And this is not the first ad that Balenciaga was caught up in. I mean, what about this one? And there's more, but I'm gonna leave it at that. There's another one. Baal. Here you have the kiddie porn thing again. Here you have the Alice in Wonderland again. Hey, is that a straight reference to this? The bunny? Is that a straight reference to this shit again? The rabbit hole? Let me see. Is this what I think it is? Is this what I think it is? Is this the real Alice in Wonderland? Might be. I don't know. Some things might connect, some things might not connect. But yeah, they're doing stuff. They're doing stuff for real. They putting these little subliminal messages and stuff like that. The 1970s cooling scare was real. So now, you see this guy? It's the same fucking... Sorry. The same devil. He's looking like Spock.
Grandchildren, Arctic cold and perpetual snow could turn...
he swears to tell the lie and nothing but the lie whatsoever. But yeah, I'm going to put this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. There's a whole thing that they did, and... this is what it is. It is like the last leg of the Roman Empire. They're fighting each other. They're lying. One tells the truth. The other one is lying his face off. They can't stick together because Satan is divided against himself. His house will never stand. Don't be tricked by the wiles of the devil. By the way, the word wiles. What's wiles? You're going to see an Edomite. Funny as hell. That's perfect. That's just that is this. Back in the days they used to say when you see the word whatever, when you see a word in the dictionary, it should have your picture next to it. This is that definition of it. This is it. He is Dr. Wiles. Devious or cunning stratagem employed in manipulating or persuading someone to do what one wants. Conscientious. Yep. All these words connect with each other eventually because the Heavenly Father is powerful like that. He makes everything come into one. because to make you understand it, huh? Okay, to make you understand it, because we're not all one. We're one nation against everybody else. So yeah, whilst, okay, let me see. And then you have here, in 1975, Newsweek predicted a new ice age. We're still living with the consequences. Really? All climate change deniers needed was one article to cast doubt on the science of global warming. One? You know how many articles there were concerning the new ice age that's coming and stuff like that? It's just funny as hell, because, yeah. Did you know that they say the ice age, the global warming has decreased the population of the polar bears? Fact checker fuckers, look at them. They're trying to do damage control. Let me see. They say the polar bear and climate change. What does the science say? Growing. Yeah, they're trying to tell you that they're not increasing, but they have been increasing. Let me see. Trying to make you fact check whatever, dude. Why is the time we stop using? Because there was an article. That's what I'm saying. They're lying. So some of them are telling the truth. Some of them are lying. So, right, they're fighting against each other too. Shit, I forgot the article. Wait, let me try. Right. Now here's a few articles that you can see that they're lying to you. Again, the myth that the polar bear population is declining. They're lying to you. I'm saying, many of us watch the viral video in horror. A starving polar bear scavenging for food on barren land. His ribs visible beneath the Jonathan white coat. This is what climate change looks like, said National Geographic Channel. But you know what the funny thing is? they just fixated on one animal that was coincidentally suffering, but it had nothing to do with the climate. What a joke. They're laughing because it says here that the state that estimated of the popular bear population at more than 30,000, because they said it was like 20,000, something like that, but it's actually in the 31,000. Oh, they said 26, but it's, yeah, around here. It's actually more than that, and they're lying to you. In the this is their estimations. 1950s 5,000, here 10,000, 25,000, 25,000, 31,000. So it looks like it's growing according sources: New York Times, covebear.com, International Bear Association, International Wildlife, IUCN, Polar Bear Study Group. All these people pronounce this, but the media, so-called, is pronouncing the other way around, and it's going from here, it's going from 2015 to 2050. So it's going down according to them. And then you have here, they use the polar bear system symbol to the polar bear as a symbol to push their bullshit. But anyway, here's the line where there was observating, and then it stopped in 2000 because they knew, like, shit, we can't keep these rules going on, so we're just gonna stop. You gotta look at these people and just start laughing. Who has the money and time to actually do this? Not regular people, I'll tell you that. Regular people are just, and these are all the resources that you can go and find and look it up. You know, like I said, I'm gonna leave everything in the description box. Catastrophic failed to materialize. Yeah, because it fails, because they're lying to you. Let me see. Series of silver polar bears, subpopulation and status trend maps 2010, 2013, and 2014. So what are they showing you? These are all links that you can click. They're showing you lies that they're doing, but the other Edomite parts are exposing them. So it's funny. They're fighting against each other, which is funny in itself to see. Right. So France bans short domestic flights to cut carbon emission. We already talked about that, and that is to, you know, I'll leave this link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. And going to over, I think everything is done now. I think, let me see. I think I'm done with everything. Let me see, is this done too? Oh yeah, this not done yet, right? Because the guy was talking about climate change and stuff like that, right? Right. So they're lying to you. Sorry about this. Let me see. Oh yeah, I still need to read all this. They are not in trouble as other men, because they can. Psalm 73:5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. So a lot of things are not happening to them. That's why I said somebody needs to do something about these Edomites. If you get that joke, you get it. It's not a joke, actually. I use their words against them. That's the joke part. But you know, the other one is that, like, the reason I say it is not a joke. Now, Psalm 64 verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Right. Who's actually making their own tongue fall upon them? They're snitching themselves. They're telling their plans and their lies within their plans, and the other part of them, it's telling the other side. So we pray Yahweh Hashem Yahashua, we get that filter, that eye salve, so we can see them for what they really are. Those are liars and those are opportunists, because you have to understand, while our people were getting smoked and all that type of crazy stuff, they just benefited off of what their race was doing as a whole, because they love to say shit like, we went to the moon and we conquered this and we did that, this is our history. They even hate it when their cartoon characters are turned into dark-skinned people like us. They get turned into us, like Spider-Man. They hate it. Human Torch, the Little Mermaid, man, the Little Mermaid. So don't think these Edomites like you. Okay, we're not fighting with them. We're looking at them, how they crumble. Both of them, they're falling. You know, just like how the elites of the elites of Jacob were actually pushing for interracial marriages. The elites of our people was actually chief in this trespass. Ezra 9:2. For they have taken of their daughters for themselves and for their sons, so that the holy seed have mingled themselves with the people of those lands. Yea, the hand of the princes and rulers had been chief in this trespass. They was telling, like, the Jakes, like, go get another nation girl. Go get a parasite. Go get a Hittite. Go get a Jebusite. Go get an Ammonite. Go get a Moabite. Go get an Egyptian. Go get Mizraim. Go get an Amorite. Go get a Canaanite. Go get a whatever. Edomite. Go get this. Go get a Japhetic. Go get that. Go get that. They was chief in that. And what do you see now? You see this. Americans see more interracial relationship in advertisement, and it's not just America, man. It's fucking bombarded here in the Netherlands. Like, God, I mean, they're really trying to get you to do this shit. They're trying to get the black female to do this shit, and most of the time they don't put a black female. They put a so-called mixed up black female, as you can see here clearly. They put the ones with the so-called curly hair and stuff like, oh, this is one. That's not how you call that? That is not often. This one is not really often that you see in the commercials. I'm not talking about here, because most of the time here in the Netherlands you see this, 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 this of course. I think it's the same thing as. You don't see really this in the commercials, but they do push it too. You know they do push it, but you don't really often see it. These three within this circle that I make, so-called circle. Of course this is what you see often. This is what you see, and her father is a Jake. This is what you see. You have this, of course. You see this, you know. That's what you see. And, yeah, that's what they push. Americans see more interracial relationships in advertising. So guess what? The curses is coming upon them because they're pushing this now. Their leaders are pushing the same thing that our leaders used to be pushing. Deuteronomy chapter 7 verse 7, 30 verse 7. And Yahweh thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So all the curses of their leaders pushing for interracial coupling right now is coming upon them. And this is one of their ways that they're gonna fall. But they have a mindset. Why? Listen. When you have a child like this growing up and doesn't know that you are what your father is, the child will love both. Now they can't decide which side. That's already a war within itself that you kind of already lost, because they're going to want to be on both sides, you know, if you don't teach them that you are what your father is. You know what I'm saying? That's what they're creating. That's what they're gearing for. But the Heavenly Father has his own plans. They think they have it going down. You ain't got nothing on lockdown, boy. I'm telling you. This they don't push really. I have never seen a commercial with this. I'm not making this up. You don't see a commercial with this. With a Jake man and an Ammon female. You don't see that. I have never seen it. You know. You don't see commercials with, for example, an Arab male and East Indian. You don't see that in the commercials. You don't see that. They don't push this. Is there even a question? Are Arab men attracted to Indian women? Yeah, probably. Yeah, everybody is attracted to somebody somewhere in the world. But yeah, you don't even see pictures of that. You don't even see pictures of that, man. Google ran out of words. Google ran out of words. It's nothing anymore. Nothing anymore. They ran out of words. You can't figure it out. Can't figure it out. This great Google can't figure it out. But yeah, you don't really see these couplings. I have never seen it on the commercials and stuff like that. I have never seen it. Ishmaelite and an Elam female, East Indian. You don't see that. I have never seen it in real life neither, yet alone on a commercial thing. But what I am bombarded with every fucking day is this. Not so much this, but it is being pushed. I do know that. But more, this is being pushed. Wait, where is it? This is being pushed in the commercials and stuff like that. I don't 100% have a problem with it. Why? Because it's still a Jake child. But still, I do know what they're doing. And I do know that it will become a problem because these children will be like this. They will be taught by the state. And then therefore, the children will not know which side they're supposed to be on. If you read the book of Nehemiah, chapter 13, he was slapping them around. Let me read it for you. Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 15. In those days saw I in Judah some treading wine presses on the Sabbath. No, wait. 23. In those days also, Nehemiah 13 and 23. In those days also saw I Jews that had married wives of Ashdod, which are Hamites, of Ammon, which are Japanese, and of Moab, which are Chinese. And their children spake half in the speech of Ashdod, and could not speak in the Jews' language, but according to the language of each people. And I contended with them. He fought with them. And cursed them. He cursed them, man. He sent the Most High, made the Most High destroy you. That's a curse. Not saying fuck you, bitch, whore, slut. No. Curse. Put a hex on you. Yeah, that's you can say that. It's not a hex. It's actually, if I say may God damn you, I just ask the Heavenly Father to damn you. That's a curse. If I say, hey man, sex you man, or you feces, or you testicles, or you genitals, those are not cuss words, man. Those are words. Those are sorry, those are not curse words. Those are cuss words. Is a difference. It's not even a cuss word. It's just I just call it genitals. It's not even something bad, but it is improper. Yes, you know, but it's not a curse. And because he changed that too, and smote certain of them, he smacked the shit out of them. He smacked the feces out of them, man, and plucked off their hair. He ripped their hair out of their head. You know how strong you need to be to rip people's hair out of their head? Hey, Nehemiah was strong, man. All our ancestors were strong. And made them swear. He forced them. He forced them. He was in his low. He was alone. And he was fighting with all of them. And that shows you how strong he was. And made them swear by Yahweh, saying, ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons. And by the way, in the Old Testaments, we were swearing. In the New Testament, Yahweh said, don't swear, because you're gonna pay. You shouldn't swear. Let your yea be yea and nay be nay. Anyway, going on. Because if you swear and you don't keep it, you're gonna be in more troubles than if you don't do it. Just don't swear. That's why Yahweh said that. Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons. So don't do that. Neither take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. Did not Solomon, king of Israel, sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his power, Yahweh. And Yahweh made him king over all Israel. Nevertheless, even him did outlandish women cause to sin. What is outlandish? Outlandish. You disprove a strange reason, etymology. Oh no, I can check it right here. Of a foreign country, not native. Foreign land. Because yeah, outland is outlandish. Is females from another nation. That's the true definition of that word. They are bizarre because they're weird. They have different customs. They're strange. They're odd. They have sex while their period blood is just flowing out there. Meanwhile, we're not supposed to do these things according to the book of Numbers 18. Numbers 20. No, sorry. The book of Leviticus 18. Leviticus 20. Ezekiel 18. There's many scriptures and stuff where it explains to you that these heathen nations were doing these type of things. We're not supposed to be doing these things. They're odd, they're strange, they're unfamiliar, they're uncaught, they're bizarre. And what does Esau say that outlandish means? Let me see. Definition. Looking or sounding bizarre or unfamiliar, foreign or alien, yeah. So yeah. Off the beat. Yeah, they're off beat. They dance off beat. They not in the center. They dance funny. Oh, but yeah, funny. Right. Let me go on. Outlandish women cause the sin. Shall we then hearken unto you to do all this great evil, to transgress against our power Yahweh in marrying strange wives? This is what Esau is doing. Listen, you are allowed to have them as concubines, but don't worry about that. We're gonna get that, because I got a few scriptures that can actually show you that. I'm not gonna go into it right. Well, I can give you one. This is one of my favorite scriptures, by the way, concerning the heathen females. Deuteronomy 21:10. When thou goest forth to war against thine enemies, and Yahweh thy power had delivered them into thine hands, and thou hast taken them captive, and seest among the captives a beautiful woman of another nation, and hast a desire unto her, that thou wouldest have her to thy wife, then thou shalt bring her home to thine house, and she shall shave her head and paw her nails. There are going to be a lot of bald bitches in the kingdom in the first month. And she shall put the raiment of her captivity from off her, and shall remain in thine house, and bewail her father and her mother a full month. Why? Because you killed them. And after that thou shalt go in unto her, and she shall and be her husband, and she shall be thy wife. And it shall be, if thou have no delight in her, then thou shalt let her go whither she will. If she doesn't want to, she will stay. She can stay. But thou shalt not sell her at all for money. Thou shalt not make merchandise of her, because thou hast humbled her. Rape. Now, it says here that it shows you that how females are created. I have seen numerous of kidnap things where the guy keeps them for 3 years, 5 years, some 20, and then the female doesn't want to leave anymore, even though the cops come and you kidnapped that girl when she was 14 years old. You going to jail now. But the female be like, no, don't hurt him. I love him. Stuff like that. I have babies with him. So females, and I see other ones also, they hate him to death. But just to survive, they just love him for that season, whether it be 3 years, 5 years. And then as soon as they get the opportunity, you know, they tell somebody. But they keep the children. They keep the children because they love the children. They hate the guy, but they love the children. You can see that right now. All the females that are not with their husband anymore, they hate him to death. But they love the children, which comes from him. That's his sperm, is his seed, is something from him, of him, and still you love it. So this shows you that a female, she doesn't necessarily have to love the husband that she has children with, or the man that's not even her husband, you know, her captor. She doesn't necessarily have to love him. Once she's pregnant and she gets children, she will have that unconditional love for the children, because actually the children have the unconditional love for her, and then therefore she will just do something to stay alive and survive. That's the nature of a female. They're just gonna go with the flow. But let's say now she has the power of another man, like the police, Esau, something like that. And this guy that kidnapped her, which she was living with for like 5 years or something like that, and she hated him, but she can't because she's scared he's gonna kill her. So as soon as she finds out that she's now safe and she's protected and the children are with her, she's going to go berserk on that guy, spit in his face. I want to kill you. Meanwhile, when she was alone with him, she wouldn't dare say that shit. But this still shows you that she wants him dead. She wants him to be locked up. She wants death penalty to be put upon him. But she doesn't want the children that he fathered to be harmed or taken away from her or whatever. Those are her children. She will love the children until death do her part with her children. So this shows you that once we have the power to go and snatch up you females that are beautiful among the captives of our enemies of the other nations, you're gonna be the same. You gonna call it Jacob's sons. I'm gonna call it Jacob's son syndrome. Nowadays you call it Stockholm, right? Stockholm is named after some monkey, some devil, which is a city, but it was a guy. It was a guy. It was let me see. No, it wasn't. I looked it up before. Yeah, see? Niels wacht even. Yeah. It was after this guy. It was Niels Beirut, a Swedish criminologist and psychiatrist, invented the term after the Stockholm police asked him for assistance with analyzing the victims' reaction to the 1973 bank robbery of their status as hostages. Right. So I knew it was a guy. I looked it up before, right? It all started with a bank robbery, but it was named after some cave monkey named it. But the city is named Stockholm. So they named it after an Edomite, basically, because an Edomite named this thing Stockholm. But yeah, but in the kingdom, I have my own word for it, for the females that are gonna fall in love with me. I'm gonna call it Jacob's Son's Syndrome. Yep, that's gonna be the name. Jacob's Son Syndrome. Or just Jacob's Syndrome. No, but Jacob's Son's Syndrome. I'm gonna make it sound funny. She got Jacob's Son Syndrome. What? Jacob's Son Syndrome. What? Jacob's. Yeah, it's gonna be funny. I'm gonna have fun with that. Y'all wrote this down. Heavenly Father willing, I'm gonna have fun with it. Just like Esau was having fun with our females, we're gonna have fun with yours. It's gonna be a fun time, a fun day, and somebody needs to do something about that. They need to do something about that, right? So we gonna have our little fun too, man. I thought it was an Indian and an Arab, but it's two Indians, it's two Elam. I already was looking at it like, wow, I never seen that before, right? But there most likely are couples of that caliber. But I haven't seen it, and I haven't seen commercials being bombarded with it through it or something. Right. So once that time comes, we gonna get you. We gonna get you. So, but it is being pushed. It is being pushed, and I know why. Because they're trying to divide and conquer us, which they have been doing for centuries now. And this is the last leg of their dividance, because we are going to know that you are what your father is. So, if your father is a Jacob descendant and your mother is a whatever she is, okay, whatever nation, don't worry. You are Jacob descendants. You are one of the seed of David. Seed of Jacob. And don't worry too much about that, unless you join their side. Then you should go hide in a freaking mountain or something. Still gonna get you there, but still, or just buy a anthem. Buy this and wrap it around your neck, and find a very deep spot in the ocean when you go to the beach, and just act like a turtle and disappear under the water. You know, and become part of the, what's this name again? The coral. And become part of the coral. That's what you should be doing if you choose your mother's side. You should become part of the coral. The coral. I think it's the coral reefs, right? Coral. Yeah, you should become part of this, right? Turn into an exoskeleton also. Yeah, just like the exoskeleton coral reefs. You should turn into a skeleton then. Then I'll call you exoskeleton. So, Yaharat A, they are actually going through those curses right now, which is funny as hell to see. But they're going to be destroyed with it. You know? They're going to be destroyed with it. And every Jacob descendant that joins the side of their mother, well, I feel sorry for your mother. I feel sorry for your mother. I'll put the link in the description box, and you ain't gonna retaliate like O-Dog, because you're gonna be on the receiving end of what O-Dog did. But I feel sorry for your mother. Yeah. If you join your mother, you know, you should join your father. You know, be like my homie Noland. You know, be like Noland. Be like Noland. Join your father, boy. Join your father. Okay? You should join your father, not your mother. Yeah, so I think I'm done. So with that, liar. He looked like a movie actor too, like that guy from this. Is it him? It is him. I didn't even know. I did not even know it was him. Wow. And I used to like this guy back in the days. I never really watched Star Trek. Clearly, because I didn't even know it was him. But I saw this guy back in the days when I was younger, so I saw him a few times, and I thought he was dope. You know, I saw it a few times, and I didn't even know it was him. Wow, that's funny. That's real funny. Well, you learn something every day, right? So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.